Months ago, I told you guys this. If Valve is making a Steam Deck 2, then they need to have one of their games present. Whether it's Counter-Strike 2, Counter-Strike 2 is already out. Whether it's Left 4 Dead, whether it's a new Portal, Left 4 Dead 3, or a new Portal, or a new Team Fortress, or a new Half-Life. I said this months ago, so people thought I was joking when I said it. And I said, if I said to you, if Valve is making a Steam Deck 2, then one of those games have to be present. Valve has been in the news, a whole lot, and from court cases to making changes to Steam to updating Steam OS. They've been dropping little news here and there, and then they made an announcement about a game called Deadlock. It's like a 6 versus 6 shooter, and that was the latest news we heard from Valve. And of course, Steam OS was still getting updates. Proton and all still getting updates. So, and you had your little weekend PC deal. So Valve was in the news. But now news of a Half-Life 3 is surfaced. So I look good now when I said if Valve is going to make a Steam Deck 2, one of their games has to be present. Oh, by the way, hello people, mornings, another beautiful day. Hope your 5 senses work, health and strength is good. Or excellent. What? So I look good now, when I said if they're making, they said the Steam Deck 2 is going to be, it's like a few years away. But I followed that up and I said if they're making a Steam Deck 2, one of those games have to be present. Yeah. So we got news of a Half-Life 3. Listen to this. There's 2 articles here, one from Eurogamer and then one from PC Games N. I'm going to read the one from PC Games N. It says here Half-Life 3 might actually be real based on new Valve project leak. Half-Life 3 is perhaps the most wanted FPS game ever, and a new leak from an actor seemingly connected to Valve at its existence. It says it's been 20 years since the launch of Half-Life 2. The episode kept the story going, and Half-Life Alyx flipped the world on its head. But in terms of playing a new mainline entry in the epochal FPS series, it's been 2 decades. What's next for Gordon Freeman? What's going on with Borales? Who is G-Man? We still have no idea. But Half-Life 3, despite its now mystical status, might actually be alive after all. There are recent rumblings about Valve ostensible upcoming shooter Deadlock. Now, a leak from an actor CV suggests possible, maybe, hopefully, something new from Half-Life world. And then it says, whatever happened to Half-Life 3, ? It's not like Valve has been idly between Half-Life Alyx, Steam Deck, Counter-Strike 2, and now Deadlock. An announcement for which was also hinted recently. The developer and Steam owner has had plenty to do in the last few years, but the FPS game sequel likely remains top of the most Valve fans' wishlist. Half-Life 2, or at least the extended HL2 saga, ends on one of a cliffhanger. There's still so much we don't know. If Half-Life 3 ever does arrive, the expectations are going to be numerous. A new leak might be a clue that the White Whale of Shooters sequel is actually in the works. Then it has a video here. It says here, Natasha Chandel is a prolific actor and performer whose credits include Starfield, Valorant, Fallout 76, Call of Duty. Their online portfolio reference a project, White Sand. Their specific role isn't mentioned, but Chandel lists Project White Sand as a Valve production. After the credit was spotted by Valve fans, Chandel's site seems to have been updated and mention of a Project White Sand has been removed. And then it says, so how does this link to Half-Life? White Sand is a national park and missile range in the state of New Mexico. Black Mesa, Gordon Freeman, former employer and the underground labs from the first Half-Life is located in New Mexico desert. On the first on first impression, that seems likely like a pretty direct hint at a new Half-Life game. On the contrary, if this is meant to be secret, it would be counterintuitive to make such an overt reference. And then it says, maybe the fact this is so patently a nod to Half-Life means that Project White Sand isn't connected to the series at all. Or maybe it's the other way around. Or maybe it's all just nothing. It's been 20 years. Whatever this turns out to be, I'm sure we can wait a little longer. and wait on the Steam Deck too. It says here, in the meantime, all the best upcoming PC games should be enough to keep us busy. Or you can enjoy some more 90s and 2000 shooters nostalgia with the best old games still accessible today. And yeah. Well, Half-Life 3? Well, only time will tell, you know. Half-Life fans, they're really hardcore about this. So any news, any leak, any hint, and plus they know the history of a Half-Life. They will, for how the game was designed, where they shoot the game at, they know. So they're following it. They're following up on it. So they're hungry for a new Half-Life, and they're thirsty for a new Half-Life, and they want a new Half-Life. So any news that break on Half-Life, it's like a sign of relief. There's what energy and atmosphere. New excitement. They're happy about that. So any little bit of news will help them. Well, will help. And this now coming out, and then you have Deadlock that Valve is working on. Plus the Steam Deck 2 is in the shadows somewhere being worked on. Yeah. Fans of Valve got a lot to look forward to, but as time goes on. But when it's time to reveal things, it's time to reveal it. So Valve, if they update, if one of the actors leaks some information, and then they later update the information, that mean it must be true. That mean it must be true. So only time will tell. But whether if Valve told the actor to leak that kind of information, or that the actor did it themselves, just to get the fan base excited, only time will tell about that. But right now you can just go on by what PC Games N is talking about here. So yeah, all the Half-Life fans can do is just be patient and just wait, until that time comes. But right now, yeah, Valve got a lot of things they're working on. They just updated Team Fortress. The fans of that game, they were complaining about it, and from the time they were complaining about it, Valve was working on a response, and they responded. Valve has been updating the Steam Deck with Steam OS and all the updates with Protons and all that. So, plus they have their weekend PC deals. Valve is busy. Valve is in court too, with being sued by UK gamers, over Steam. But we'll see what becomes of that. But right now, a little news about Half-Life, 3 to keep the Half-Life fans excited. That's good for now. until more news breaks. But yeah, they're working on something, man. Whether Valve is working with AMD again, we don't know about that either. Too about for the Steam Deck too, we don't know. So they're up to something and they're working on something, man. So time will tell. You know, time will tell. You know, when it's time to like reveal things. You know, so yeah, Half-Life 3. Yeah, I mean, Half-Life 2. You know, got some questions it needs to answer. You know, yeah, I really do. You know, who is G-Man? Who is Morales? You know, so yeah. You know, so yeah. What's next for Gordon Freeman? They got to answer all that. So give it time, man. But in the meantime, if you're a fan of Valve, yeah, start putting your money together. You know, for whatever they got coming. You know, so yeah. Just saying. They're up to something, man. That's for sure. You know, so this will get the fans excited, like, and they're looking for more info on it. So, we'll see what comes of this, but they're up to something, man. You got your Deadlock. You got we got 4 more months after August. We got 4 more months left in the year after this month is over. Because right now we're on the 5th day, so we got another 4 months. So any news can break within those 4 months. Any news, and yeah, Valve is up to something, man. Boy, they're up to something, man. I mean, they got the Steam Deck too that they're working on. So you know, so they're being tight-lipped and keeping things quiet, but with this news that just break now, yeah, you know, the fans of Valve are happy right now. You know, so we will see as time goes on. You know, what comes forward, what comes forward, because it starts from the bottom. You know, so it has to come to the top. So we'll see. Yeah, but Half-Life 3, oh yeah. We will see, man. And the Steam Deck fans are looking forward to Steam Deck too, so they got something to talk about now. And the pressure is mounting now. now that the news is leaked, you know. I mean, you got Deadlock. You got Deadlock. Maybe a Team Fortress 3. Maybe a Left 4 Dead 3. You know, maybe a new Portal. You got Half-Life 3. HLX. So, yeah, a lot to look forward to, man, when it comes to this, when it comes to Valve, man. They're working on something, and whatever that is, it's going to be good. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek, Board, Dark Side. Go. Peace.